A deputy's gun goes off and kills a man. The prosecutor calls it reckless homicide, but the coroner says it's suicide.
Now the deputy's lawyer is trying to get the case thrown out because of the coroner's ruling. Local 12's Morella Porter has been looking into this most unusual case. And Morella, explain this. How does it make sense?
Well, Adam, Megan, one expert tells us there are no rules for something like this. They say every coroner's office has its own criteria within its jurisdiction. Now, in his 25-year career, this ruling is a first, even for Highland County Coroner Jeff Beery, who spent months reviewing this case.
Yeah, we got a gunshot. Get the chopper in here.
6 pages explain Richard Poulin's suicide. Following a months-long investigation, Highland County Coroner Jeff Beery determined Poulin, quote, planned to go out in a big way with a final confrontation with law enforcement. Poulin died after he was shot by then-Deputy Jonathan Malone following a pursuit on US 62 in July. Malone was armed with a baton and his gun as he tried to smash the window to get Poulin out of his car. The gun went off, killing Poulin. The coroner lists suicide as the cause of death, and he explains he believes Poulin wanted to die in a final confrontation with law enforcement. That ruling is now the basis of Jonathan Malone's request to have the case dismissed.
I think it's fair to say that this would be unusual. Judges don't dismiss cases very often. And so what we're asking to do is somewhat of an extraordinary action by the judge, which we believe is justified under these extraordinary circumstances.
Poulin's alcohol level was more than double the legal limit. Beery believes this is partly to blame for Poulin's decisions that fateful day. The coroner's office says it was a challenging investigation.
I think it'll hold up, and I think it will receive scrutiny, and I welcome discussion from other physicians if they have input. I'd love to hear it, but I've carefully reviewed this case over months and all the evidence. So I feel confident.
Malone's attorney says he doesn't know how long it'll take the judge to rule on the motion, and prosecutors could still appeal if the judge tossed the case.
I anticipate they will oppose it and seek to continue the prosecution of the case.
Now, I asked Beery if he has a personal connection to the deputy. He says they have crossed paths occasionally because of their work in law enforcement, but he does not know Malone personally, only professionally. Megan?
Morella, thank you. And Malone was placed on administrative leave following the shooting. He resigned March 30th and is on house arrest. That trial is set for August 7th.